guys, welcome to another episode of Gamer Logic. I'm Mike Murtis, and we are standing in the pretty much finished basement game room down here. And, we shopped out the pinball machine and finished up with the Space Duel cabinet. There's still a couple more things we have to do with the Space Duel cabinet, but pretty much down here, it's set to go. So when I have my buddies over and everything, this is going to be pretty cool to come down and play some games. Play some pachinko, some pinball, some arcade games, and even a little bit of light gun action with the Xbox that I'm eventually going to hook up. And we got air hockey too. So what I figure I'd do really quick is, again, kind of take you through everything, and you can see the final layout and how everything looks. So I'm going to grab the camera here if you don't mind, and away we go. So if you're kind of walking in the side here of the room, you got all the machines on one side of the room here, starting with the Space Duel cabinet, pinball machine, the Mach Neo Geo cabinet, pachinko, and the soon-to-be light gun center. Pretty cool. Space Duel cabinet's working great. I mentioned before that I had some kind of imperfection here with the left-hand joystick, and that it worked itself out. We were playing a game of Metal Slug, and it just seemed to react a little bit better, so that's all finished there. Pinball machine is pretty much completely shopped out with the exception of the flipper coils. Actually, see if I can show you guys the bottom of this and the inside. It's probably really hard to see, but this is what the inside of a electromagnetic pinball machine looks like, and it's pretty interesting. Once you turn this thing on, you'll see all the parts and everything that move. It's pretty cool. Here, let me. All these parts flash and spark to get you going. It's pretty cool. But to kind of give you a small example, these pinball machines have these coils in them. And these coils get pretty old and worn out, and after a while they just stop working or they lose power. And the only two coils I have to replace are kind of in the back here, really hard to see, are the flipper coils. The kit we got did not include those, and the one is getting pretty old. But we rebuilt the flipper kit completely on the left and right hand side, and it's got some decent power, so now the ball actually flies pretty well. And we also had a coil in the back glass here that ran what's called the swing rail. And that coil was completely toasted. And actually, let me see if I still have it laying here. Let me see if I can grab that and show you what that looks like. There we go. This is what the actual coil looked like, and this was in the back of the unit, and this ran another whole wheel, and as you can see, this thing is completely toasted. It looks better than it did when it was plugged into the back of it, but completely fried. Wires were burnt off it, so we replaced that completely, and this thing is working pretty nice. Still haven't figured out how to get two-player mode to work. It has something to do with the coin switches. I'm not sure if they're not grounded properly or what, but you could still play one player. But the most important part, of course, is if the game works, and it works pretty nicely. We also got the ball height adjusted, so or the playfield adjusted, so it actually moves pretty nicely. And tons of fun to play. But yeah, this is still working good, and the pachinko is still fun to play. And I finally took some time and cleaned off the air hockey table. It's looking really good, playing pretty nice. Got to keep the damn cats off the thing. They'll probably get a sheet or something put on top of this thing, but it all looks pretty cool when the black light is on there. So that gives it a really cool effect. But the basement is pretty much done as far as games go. I've been thinking about that arcade cocktail cabinet, and I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, because I don't know if I have the room. I may go with a foosball table instead. So we'll decide next year, because I'm not in a rush for that. Gotta play what I wanted to enjoy. But the rest of the basement is opened up pretty nicely now. So now I can actually play down here in the makeshift studio. My studio used to be up in my other game room, and I just didn't have the room anymore. But these machines were kind of laying around here, and there wasn't a lot of room for when guitarists and other instruments come into play in the open field here, while I'm kind of linked back in the studio section here. So that's pretty much it. That's all I got for now, and I'll post another video soon.